How's it going, everybody? East Philly here with another Firearms Friday video. Today I'm going over a new product I just picked up. It is the Drago 36-inch double rifle case. I'm going to go over a brief explanation of what it is, and then we're going to dive right into it. So a while back you probably saw a video that I did for different ways of carrying my rifles and guns. Most were backpack oriented. You saw my guitar case, the laptop bag, the Ruger 1022 takedown backpack. You saw my AR takedown rifle case that looked more like a suitcase type of thing, and my other backpacks that you might have seen. This case is a bit different though. This one, I didn't really have concealment in mind the way that I did with the other ones. This one is a little concealable, but as soon as you see it, it kind of screams tactical or military or hunting or rifle, whatever people usually see these types of things as when they see them on the street. I got this mainly for the reasons of carrying multiple rifles in a backpack style bag that I can take on the motorcycle, and this fits all of those bills. Here's the Drago gear bag. Again, it is the 36-inch double rifle case. I bought it in this what they call gray color. It's more of a greenish gray, I would say. Maybe it's just the lighting I have here. If I was out in natural light, it might be a bit different, but it doesn't really look too gray to me. I still like the coloring of it. It doesn't matter that much to me. It does not come with this medical kit or this patch. I put both of them on there and really don't feel like taking them off for the review. So on the outside of the bag, you'll notice a couple things right off the bat. There's a nice molly webbing on the left and rightmost sides where I attached this pack. On top of the molly webbing is a small zipper pocket. It only really goes in that far, about a finger's length. I'm not too sure what I would put in there, but that's okay. Then you get three big compartments, all held down with both buckles and Velcro. Besides that, you have some buckles up top to keep the bag thin when you put everything together and zip it up, as well as the bottom to keep the bottom of the bag thin. You see a zipper up here for the main compartment, as well as another zipper for a secondary compartment. And we'll go over those a little bit later as we get into the depth of the bag. So let's get into the pouches. You see two medium-sized pouches and one large-sized pouch. They're pretty roomy for what they are. In the left pouch I have two boxes of .308 ammo and one .308 25-round magazine. The pouches can be loosened or tightened with these drawstrings. On the right side, I have two AR mags and four boxes of .223 ammo. I think the lip on this got caught inside of there. You can see that it is pretty roomy in there for these types of pouches. And again, you can loosen it to make the pouches a little bit wider or a little bit more snug depending on what you put in there. The center pouch is very, very big, especially when you loosen it. I have headphones and gloves in there right now, and I do plan on putting some other things in there. Now, depending on what you like to do at the range, you can set these pouches up however you want. There is a lot of room in there. Right here, I'll bring it over. I have a little range case that you can open up, and I have, again, ears, ammo, cleaning supplies, more little magazines, chamber flags, pens, notepads, cleaning supplies. I believe all this would fit into these pouches very easily if I really needed to, except maybe the larger ammo cases. So you can really configure the pouches however you want, depending on what you plan on doing at the range and what type of shooting you're going to be doing. Each of these smaller pouches have a little divider in there that I use to put magazine on one side and then the boxes of ammo on the other side. Really should be doing these one at a time, but you see it fits in there pretty nice. Goes over. You can adjust the buckles on the bottom to snap in. I like to keep them pretty tight so you don't hear stuff rattling around as much. Same on the other side. You can fit the magazines almost directly next to each other. Maybe if you were using USGI mags, it'd be a little easier. I think with the covers on them, they don't fit as easily. And then the ammo, I kind of just had to shove in because I didn't really feel like messing with the drawstrings too much. Close it up. Again, I like to keep these pretty tight when I put them in there so they barely clip. Gloves, ears. There's still a ton of room in this middle pouch that I could put a bunch of other things in there, but that's pretty much all I need for the indoor range. So that's what I have this set up for. So the main thought with this bag was an 18 and under inch rifle. If you're using a collapsible stock, the 18-inch rifles fit fine, 18-inch barrel. It fits perfectly in there. You might have to angle it a bit depending on your stock, and like I have a foregrip here, that kind of makes it have to be angled, but it fits in there fine. If I had my A2 stock on here, it would not fit, so you have to have that collapsible stock with the 18-inch rifle. If you put the 16-inch rifle that I have here in here, you can leave the stock elongated, and I believe, yep, the A2 stock would fit just fine. It barely fits, and it should work nicely with that type of setup. When you get into a bit longer rifles, like my AR-10, it's just not going to fit. It's an 18-inch barrel with a fixed stock. It barely doesn't fit, as you can see, but also the AR-10s are a little bit longer. So for this one, I would just have to pop out the takedown pins and put it in two pieces. So here you can see with this broken apart, I can put this in here, and usually the thing I'll protect most is the barrel end, and I'll slide this end down into here to kind of keep that up and keep it all together. Strap it in, and it's good to go. And go on to the next side. Since I currently have this set up for the indoor range, the two main rifles I'll be taking usually are the AR-10 and the SPR AR-15. So this one just goes in down here. Strap it in. The strap kind of keeps this padding up. And you flip it over, zip it up. It's a little hard to zip once you get a little bit of weight in there, especially the weight on top, but it goes pretty nicely and fits well. Then you see, like I was saying before, because of all that in there, you can kind of make it a little narrower by putting these clips on, and it kind of keeps everything inside tight and it won't move. But what about this little middle pouch here that I was talking about? Well, you flip that open and you have a whole nother set of stuff in here. So this middle pocket has 4 compartments. You have a vertical compartment in the back, a horizontal compartment up here that I have my brass catcher in right now, and 2 Velcro pockets down here that go about, I'd say 16 to 24 inches. I really don't know. Well, The other things I usually take to the range are my 1022 or my sub 2000. Sub 2000 is more likely, and it actually fits with a lot of room to spare. If I wanted to, just put it there, fold it over, zip it up, and I'm good to go to the range with that. The other option is the Ruger 1022. Well, that doesn't really fit, but this is the takedown model. So I just pull the button, turn it, and there we go. This one I do like to put in there because I can do that. And that, and it stays put. Now again, flip that over, zip it up, and it's good to go. Now those are mainly shorter range guns. I can take them out to longer ranges, but usually 50 yards is their effective range in the configuration that both of them are in. So what if I want to do more of a full long rifle day, where I want to go out to 100, 200 yards? Well, we know I can't fit a full AR here, but if I really just want to use one stock with a good trigger, I could put my lower in there with my other one and just put a new upper in here. Again, fold it up, zipper it, and go. Like we said before, one of the main reasons I got this bag was so I can take my rifles to the gun range while on my motorcycle, the form of transportation I prefer the most. And now I can actually do that with this bag. I don't have to have things rattling around in a giant backpack like one of my other bags, and I don't have to kind of leave one rifle at home while taking another one. I can take 2 full rifles and another upper to the range if I want, 2 rifles in the sub 2000, 2 rifles in the 1022, or any combination of all of them. It's very easy to do in this bag, especially since now I can put it on my back and take it with me. Pros and cons overview. What do I like about this bag and what do I not like? Well, I haven't been able to get to the range with this bag as of yet. That'll be a video down the road. But just from messing with it, putting different stuff in different places, putting it on my back, walking back and forth down in the basement or upstairs and downstairs, I kind of get a first feel of everything. And there's maybe a bit more cons than pros in terms of that, but overall I like the bag. The main pros are I can take more than one rifle with me to the range if I decide to use the motorcycle. I hate getting in a car, driving somewhere, looking all around for parking, because in the city people leave a quarter or a half car gap in between their cars, and you'll see 3 or 4 of them in a street where you could easily have fit more cars in. So I take the motorcycle. That's a big pro to me, is now I can take this with me. Other pros are storage compartments. I love storage compartments. The only thing I could have loved better was if that mid compartment where I put the S2K or the 1022 takedown, if that was all molly webbing, so I can store magazines and stuff in there a bit easier, but I can do those in the pouches, so that leaves more room for rifles in that mid compartment. Another pro is the padding. There's a lot of padding in this case, and I have no doubt it will protect my rifles against mid and lower bumps and bruises. Will it be good if I drop my rifle from maybe 10 feet high? I don't know. I'm not going to try it. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But if I'm holding it at my side and I dropped it for some reason, I'm pretty sure it would take the blow pretty well and leave everything in good condition. There might be a scuff or two, but it's not going to be broken. What about the cons? There's kind of a little thinness to the whole feel of it. Other than the padded sections, the rest of it feels kind of thin. I only usually feel that while I'm zippering it up. It feels like I'm kind of yanking on things and that it could break. but it hasn't so far in my limited use of it, and it doesn't really feel like it's going to break. It just kind of looks like it, and I kind of get scared a little bit when I do that. If there was a little more rigidity to some of the pouches, that'd be great, but then it also would probably be heavier and not as much room. Another con that I feel when I put the backpack on is that above the padding here, there's a little bit of strap, there's a little bit of plastic here. I can kind of feel those digging into my shoulder. If I was wearing a jacket or some type of heavier duty clothing than this, it would probably be a lot better, but I kind of feel that up top. The second is down the bottom where it hooks into the D-ring here. The D-rings are kind of, I don't know how to describe it. They feel narrow, but the whole case is narrow. So unless they put the D-ring on the side, you're going to get that feeling. I feel like it's pushing in onto my waist and my back, and since the straps, since the D-rings aren't in a more horizontal nature, like facing forward, the strap is flat and it's pushing into my back. So it's a little uncomfortable there. Again, a thicker jacket or some thicker clothing, I probably wouldn't feel it as much, but it's not something I'd want to have on my back for more than maybe an hour. And if I have to walk or run or hike or whatever more than an hour with this backpack, it means something pretty bad probably happened, and I don't know, I might not be worried about discomfort at that point. Well, that's it for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you disliked the video, give it a dislike. If you did dislike it, that's okay, but please let me know in the comments why, so I can make this channel better for both you and me. This is Firearms Friday. I hope everybody had a great week. I hope you have a great weekend coming up, and I'll see you all later.